See if I can get into the 1200s. Getting close. And I love playing this Sicilian, old Sicilian variation. Yeah, so that F7 square always gets attacked. It's commonly attacked. And it's commonly defended. My opponent likes to put that bishop at F7 and then its mate with that knight on G5. But my opponent's in the 1200s. And it's a fine, ooh. Uh-oh, he fucked it. Yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. I've been on the business end of that. I've messed up plenty, believe me. So he dropped his queen, he or she, I'm not sure. Yeah, and they resigned. Okay, so that puts me at 1197. I'm getting close. Let's pick another game. Let's see if we can do this 1200 thing. I've been in the 1400s a handful of times, and I've lost it. Got busy in my personal life with a great many things. Well, it happens. All right, so this is okay. I don't like exposing. Take with the knight. That's what I'm going to do. Develop a piece at the same time. Yeah, the e-file is semi-opened, and my opponent owns it with a major piece. It's semi-open because there's only one pawn on it. I don't like that my opponent owns a semi-open file, but what are you going to do? All right, this is what I'm looking for. Remember the rule of fork. Fork me, fork you, and it's still a fork. That's the rule of fork. Fork me, fork you. Which piece do you want to lose? All right, so that puts me over 1200. The first game, my opponent just dropped a queen. I got lucky, I confess. This other game, it was the rule, really came down to the rule of fork, is what says. Says I played at 78%, my opponent at 58%. Said I played at 1600, my opponent is at 950. Did I read that right, or is it 650? I don't know. They made a few mistakes. I got lucky on those two games. But I mean, I've dropped pieces plenty of times before and screwed up things. It's part of chess. It happens. It's no big deal. But it does put me back over the 1200 again. Those were quick games. I think I'm going to play another game. What am I at? 1206. Yeah. Let's, as some people say, do it to it. I don't ever say do it to it, but some people do. Some people say do it to it, I don't. So we're going to, as some people say, do it to it. My opponent on this one is rated 1223. I'm at 1206. If I win, it's +8. If I lose, it's -8. A draw is nothing. Nothing at all. Okay. Mm. Bah, I hate just doing a trade just for the sake of doing a trade, but I'm sure there's better things I could have done. With that knight there, I'm free to try to take that bishop. And my opponent brought the knight to e5 to defend the bishop. It's an undefended piece. My opponent's doing a good job of keeping their pieces over here coming down on the queen side. And of course, every time I start playing a live game, one of my dogs needs something. Yeah, see, I opened up that diagonal. I like kicking that knight out of there, but I don't like having my king pinned. King pin. I don't like that king pin action. That piece only has one defender, and I was trying to get it out of there. Now if I take the bishop with the knight, it's just going to retake with the knight. Maybe if I yeah, but now my knight's just going to get taken by the queen. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Anyway, what's done is done. And that's the way it is. I don't like having the knight and the queen in my territory. Well, now it's just a knight, but still. On the D file, the rook is eyeing my queen, semi-open. I just don't like my queen being under the rook like that because of this right here. Because I figured they were going to take anyway on the D file and open that up, and then but I see now that if I go to E8, it's going to be the rule of fork me, fork you. Now, okay, so I'm not doing very good in this game. I'm trying to avoid that fork. This is the problem when your opponent's pieces get in your territory. There's a fork on C7, potentially. And of course, my opponent now, our queens are going to be lined up. And my opponent can get me in check anytime. Yeah, see now, dang it. I don't want to lose the queen or the rook with that knight. Boy, I know, studying some Bobby Fischer games, and he always dealt with, as soon as a piece was in his territory, it seemed like he always dealt with it sooner than later. That's my problem. I dealt with it later. Actually, I didn't deal with it at all, really. It's causing me problems, a great many problems. That rook is just eyeing my queen. I got two minor pieces against a major piece, but I am outpawned by 2 pawns. That's no good. feel like I'm doing pretty poopy in this game. Pretty poopy, or PP for short. Those pressed for time can just say PP for pretty poopy. I gotta get something going. Yeah. Down on time as well. Wow, 2 minutes. I'm down 2 minutes on time. Shoosh. Of course, the bishop is defended by the knight. Now the knight is defended by the pawn. If that pawn wasn't there, I could do an amazing fork. The knight and the rook. If the e pawn wasn't there to stop my knight from going to the d5, that would have been an amazing fork. Fork me, fork you. My bishop's just hanging out. I can't leave it. And my dogs. That's the problem with playing a live game. You think everything's good, and then one of your dogs demands immediate attention. Those two marching pawn are dangerous. The A and the B pawn. They're hard to stop. I suspect I'll have to sacrifice my bishop, and then it'll be a race to see who can get on top of their pawn and promote. And I apologize if you hear my dog in the background. He's fine, he's fine. He wants out, he wants in. You let him in, he wants back out. Boy, I'm really down on time. I've got to learn how to play faster. I think Yeah, this is not going well. I'm really down on time. I've taken too long. My dog wants in. But remember, it's a shoddy craftsman who blames their tools. So I don't want to sit there and make excuses. It's been some decent amount of back and forth. I've made a handful of mistakes in this game. Yep, and so it's a draw. Okay, whatever. Yeah, so that's it. Let's see here. It says I played at 69.9%, and my opponent played at a 69%. Yeah, we both played at a 1050, so yeah, I made a lot of mistakes, so did my opponent. Yeah, I should have, yep. Okay, so it ended in a draw. Over the 1200 mark. Yay. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. And I hope you have a great day. Thank you.